folks. 9 times out of 10, if you're watching me, I'm Abdul Tawwaab. You know me. I'm also called Prize Bossa Nova with the music out on iTunes, Amazon, etc. That's not my discussion today, though. Today, I was fortunate to be out with the superheroes and heroines with the Dice March down here in D.C. We had a great time, and I say it like that because it's a good feeling when you see people come out that are not afraid of the bully, that are willing to do what is necessary to try and protect themselves, not only for ourselves, pardon the moving around of the screen, but not only for ourselves, but most specifically for our younger generation coming up under us, specifically our grandchildren, our children's children, because they do not have the educational background that we have in terms of having a political consciousness that we came up with, particularly the baby boomers with the Martin Luther Kings and the John F. Kennedys and the history that they call woke, of the great heroes and heroines of the Grimsky sisters and James Lloyd Garrison and many other white and black abolitionists who helped in the freedom and the development, not only of the African American, but also white people, because many white people were enslaved themselves. Benjamin Franklin himself was a slave. So this unique energy that we were able to have today, to have the many people that came out, young and old, particularly many seniors. I mean, I'm 75 myself, but I mean 80s people with canes were out there, on walkers were out there. And many of you, particularly you men, who sat at home, who always have some excuse why nothing can be done, but be the first ones in the line when they're passing out the cheese or whatever else that they're passing out, and be the first ones who have some what I should have done if I was this or I was that, but you're never in the fight line. And I'm saying this not only the men, but the women as well. You're never in the fight line. This requires, in order for us to save our country, it's not going to be done by a spook God. It's going to be done by us pooling our resources, our energy, our intellect, our mathematical concepts of creating some type of vehicles, of jobs and mechanisms and legal exercises and approvings of erroneous actions are being taken, an abuse of our Constitution by particularly this president and his followers. And they are so busy, all of them trying to benefit from looting the coffers, which is their old ambition, because they have totally, and you know the history of many of them. Many of them have been brutal assassins to the character and personality of the President Donald Trump. Past, they called him stupid and idiot and all of these things. And then when they turned around and saw that there was some gain to it, with some schematic scheming that's taking place in the back rooms, then all of a sudden they love him. But his vice president himself called him all types of names and abusive snide remarks towards the President Trump. And I call him president because that is unfortunately who he is, but he earned that title because these other cowards, and understand what I'm saying, you just don't be president because somebody appoints you per se. You have to have the fight and the wherewithal to go through all the threats. As you can see, the man has been attempts on his life, And this goes as well as to be a congressperson or representative of your state, city, or the government. And this takes work. This takes a faith and ambition. And what we're in the wicked position that we're in now, we've got to do something bad, because they've already designed, as I spoke about this last year, that there's the ambition of these this triad of taking over the world. And the plan is, the plan is capable, and it's capable unless we will, if we do not come up with a qualifying, a legitimate source to stop this machination that they have going on with all of these Venezuelans and Colombians and Mexico. And after he's the first one who told us that he wanted to get us out of the wars, and called the former president, the great President Biden, as they lied on him about all of the accomplishments that the administration had done, but the scheming major networks flowed along with the lies that they were telling, and said that the economy was in a horrible state. Not to venture off the subject, but let's get to the point. So we're in a point now where we're, as they say, PS, or get off the pot. And what we're in a situation now is we're going to have to start creating our own businesses. We have an organization that I'm part of. It's called WeNeedAllOfUs.com. We haven't got the org yet, because it takes a while for them to approve your petition to be a nonprofit, collective donations. Nonetheless, if we could just take 40, it's 350 million of us. If we could just take 30% of that, and at $10 a piece, I'm not going to do perfect math, but we could come up with $400 billion overnight. If we, and again, this a concept does not have to be with my organization alone. I don't care who does it. You can get together with some other brothers and sisters or family members that you feel confident with to also create a nonprofit. But mind you, this is a nonprofit. This is not a business that we're talking about. You're going to be making big salaries and taking these donations, as has been happening with a lot of these present-day organizations that are abusing the income that these sincere donors have made towards trying to eradicate whatever problems that was the issue. But that being said, we need all of us won't tolerate that. We will have you put in jail. We have our organization is structured so that we have a three-pronged system, to say the least, that all checks and balances must go through that criteria. And then with that, any no amount greater than X amount of dollars can be obtained or pursued unless it was approved by the particular accounting department, etc. There won't be any elaborate salaries. I don't care how much money you make. Of course, we're going to have salaries that pay and represent the status and the norm of a healthy, thriving business. But we're not going to be paying out 200 and 300, 50 and 60 millions of dollars to you, when we could be taking that 50, 60 million dollars and take 40 million of that and make more business ventures, because we are the 99%. Let's understand this. This world, as I'm talking on this phone right now, there's somebody that, some skilled technician that is working behind the scenes with my Android company, and the lights that's on over my head, and the water or the drink that I'm drinking. Somewhere, one of the several of the 99% of the world are helping to keep this world going. And without us, this world is not going to, I don't care how much money the 99% have, if we don't exercise the wherewithal to have this world going to and fro, then there won't be any monetary activity. So we're saying to us that we need to start preparing, as we've discussed with several of our persons that we've had groups with today, that we need to start. Unfortunately, it may be a pursuit of a boycott. April 3rd, 1968, the late, great Martin Luther King, and it's recorded in a YouTube video, campaign, that it was time for us to boycott those who were abusing us economically and did not get the message that we are part of the human family and we need to be treated equivocally with the respect and ambition of a sophisticated company that has the aspirations and the appreciation of its staff and employees, and treat them as such with that respect. We need all of us. Let me just insert this. Our ambition is to provide right here, make our products right here in America, provide top quality goods and services, and pay and provide our staff, employees with industry equivocal monetary values and appreciation, and keep building and creating the best competitive products that we can. We feel that we are not doing or appreciating the necessity of us as Americans providing the many skills and services and ambitions and ideas that lie right amongst us. For example, Google didn't just jump about the sky. This was a group of people that had an idea and went in pursuit of it. Amazon, all of these, most of all of these now trillion-dollar companies, they started off with very minuscule income, but it was the ambition and the idea and the organization and the strategy and the strategy that which I humbly bow my head in appreciation of them, and try to pursue their study plan and structure, so that we can, we need all of us pursue this as well. Back to the main topic, and then I'm going to let you guys go in this discussion. One way that the 1% can be communicated to is by the interruption of their income flow. If we were to start realizing that if we can interrupt their income flow, then we probably can get to some better communication and progress and intelligent monetary ambition and appreciation and correlation with that group. So we're setting up now times that we're going to be passing out to the community in large. Each one tell 10 friends that on hypothetically now, on the March 1st, right around, or let's say March 4th, we'll be sure that everybody has some income from their government checks or paydays, etc., that we will stock up on some beans and whatever your likings is, but I'm using that phrase, your beans and water or soup or whatever and crackers, and be prepared to go on a 5-day splurge of a boycott. No buying none of their sodas, no McDonald's, no Wendy's, particularly those groups that are in compliance with this program, for choice of better words, that they are using to disrespect and economically abuse us. They deliberately went after, and I have to interject this, they deliberately, this was not an accident, that they went after the, female employees, government employees, which does make up a large part of the state and local administrative workforce, which is a large percentage of women. And many of those women are single parents. And so if you take and start abusing these income levels, then you start putting these women in a unfortunately position where the air of the balloon, you punch a hole in the balloon and you follow me, and this just is going to start seeping out unless there can be some mechanism to come and fix that bandage and get them economically back in shape. So this is what we have to do. All that's being said, so we want to start preparing for a boycott that'll last at a set time, that we don't you to even want them to even be prepared for how long, that we want to set out this boycott. But and we will be doing it after discussion with the other members, and not only within our organization but other organizations, because this is going to be a national as well as global effort, but particularly right here in America. We want this effort so that they will understand that we have enough beans and crackers and water, etc. And so if you can afford to be losing $3 and $30 and $20 million a day, then that'll be a issue to for them to come to terms with. But in any event, and I'm saying this with closing, so be prepared to start looking forward to having a national boycott on many of these goods and services, particularly those who have been the TV programs that have joined in the incredulous manner that this bullying that is going on now by the President Trump, with bullying the persons that don't want to follow in his concepts of doing things. Then he wants to tyrannize these groups by, for choice of better words, ruining their lives and income, having their family members threatened, their lives threatened, etc. Bottom line, so be thinking we need all of us. This is just the few of us right now who I'm representing to talk about the means and method that we're going to in pursuing the boycott. But we need if there's any additional conceptualization that you feel that you can add to this project, feel free to please feel free to communicate this with us with our communication line. It's the telephone number, which is 202 766-5235, or you can also pursue this with us with We Need All of Us, which is one word, We Need All of Us at gmail.com. I repeat, We Need All of Us at gmail.com. And again, I want to thank you for your valuable time. I hope your football team won today. But again, we had a great energy. My niece, she, and many other friends, they participated in this global ambition that we shared and energized throughout America and the world. And I am grateful and appreciative to have been able to participate and feel not disappointed, but upset that many of you weren't able there to also bathe in the luxury of having this spiritual gift by the Creator for having us pooling ourselves together and fighting off the giant. So thank you again, and look forward to seeing you or speaking with you all again soon in part 2 of the discussion on the constructs of this national boycott that we plan on. Thank you again. Have a good night.